about your goodness, Yeshua, and what you've done for me. Oh, I don't deserve anything you've done for me, and I don't deserve that you laid your life for me. Over and over, I let you down. Over and over, you stayed around. Unconditionally, you keep on loving me, loving me. That's why you are so holy. That's why you are holy. That's why you are holy. Oh yeah, you are holy. I'm calling you Yah the mighty. You are Yah the mighty. Heaven ain't going to heaven, ain't going to heaven. You better watch your mouth when you're talking about who it is you reppin'. There are crazy people who seduce you for your soul. Everything that glitters don't always turn to gold. Whoa. Sometimes it's hard to believe when you're going through it. Trying to give my very best, so I'm trying to keep the faith. I know you got my back, I don't have to worry. You don't ever sleep, 'cause you are holy. You are holy. You are holy. Yahweh holy. And you're oh so almighty. You are so holy. Omega, beginning and holy. You are holy forever. Holy. No one compares to you, 'cause you are holy. Holy, 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 holy.
All right. Acts 5:30. Go get to that in a minute. And when people tell you it is not important to know who the biblical Israelites are, they lie. They lie. It is important. How come it's important when it's time to send reparations to some German-speaking Hebrew people that's in Israel? How come it's important then to know when you say that that they are Europeans? It's important then. All right, now let me go on and get into it without further ado. That's why you must study the scriptures yourself. 2 Timothy says, study to show yourself approved. It just says, trust my interpretation of the book or nobody else. It says, study to show yourself. Okay? You can't get paid off of my work. Okay? Eternal salvation. Faith without works is dead. You're not saved because you're working. But your actions speak louder than words. What you do in life tells your direction, what you believe, who your God is, and where you are headed. So if you sit there and do nothing, talking about you believe, you become camouflaged. All right. If you look like the world, smell like the world, act like the world, then guess what? You must be the world. All right, now, let me go to Deuteronomy 28. 15. Let me do a sound check. All right. Now, this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. Many people are becoming more aware of Deuteronomy chapter 28. I just want this to come upon you. All right. But it shall come to pass if thou, the nation of Israel, will not listen, obey, hearken to the voice of Yahweh. Look, it's a name there. It's a Yah. This is Yiddish, German, Hebrew, which is why you got an E there, okay? But nevertheless, it's spelled the same. It's spelled, there it is right there. There it is right there. Okay. It's a name there. Let me get back. But they didn't put it in the Bible. All right. Yahweh thy God to observe. You observe all these other holidays. Keep that in mind. He's talking to his people. If my people, which are called by his name, all right, to do all his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now I'm just gonna get on some of the other ones. If you want to run down, just read the Bible. Deuteronomy 28 is a history lesson of us, and these are perpetuating, or they can repeat. Daniel acknowledged that these curses repeated themselves. The prophet Ezra also acknowledged that these things, some of them repeat themselves. All right now. So all these curses shall come and upon thee and overtake thee. All right, now. Let me go, while I'm in 28, let me go down to 26. All right. And thy carcass shall be meat for the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Thy carcass shall be meat for the birds and the dogs and the coyotes, and ain't nobody gonna be there to fray them away. You think after they got through doing this to us that they gave us a proper burial? Huh? You think we received a proper burial when they got through? What? We was left wherever they killed us. We was left right there for the animals and the maggots and the worms to eat. Now, do we sit back and continuously let them do this? No. The Most High didn't tell us to sit back and wait on our turn to die. That ain't in the Bible. That ain't in the Bible. But what you need to do is be holy. So this stuff won't even, so you can miss some of this. Pray that you be able to escape. Now, you see that. Be sure to again, Deuteronomy 28:26. Your dead body is going to be food for the buzzards and crows and whatever else of the air, and the beasts, the worms, the maggots, the dogs, the wild hogs of the earth, and nobody shall, this is perpetual, and nobody shall frighten them away. Now, let me get to another one, and then I'm going to show y'all some videos, and this shouldn't be too long. All right, Acts 5:30. It shouldn't be too long. I believe this is Peter talking about the Messiah, Mashiach. Yeah. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yah. They were trying to tell them to quit preaching. We ought to obey Yah rather than men. The Elohim, the Eluah, the God of our fathers, look at that, raised up, it's a name, they're going to have an E so there because it's in the, but it's the same as Joshua, which is Yahusha. Ain't no J in Hebrew, but nevertheless, he raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hang on a tree. What is a tree? It can be a piece of wood. Let me show it to you. All right. Staves, wood, stocks. You know them wooden stocks? You know, the yoke of iron. Well, yeah. Well, it was a yoke of wood, but yeah. It said wood, that which is made of wood, as a beam from which one is suspended, hung up. It can be a tree. All right. A cross, log. Y'all see what it said. All right. Let me show it to you again in Acts chapter 10 and 39. All right. And I'm going to give it to you again. And we are witnesses of all things. Anybody bringing forth this truth is a witness. And their life should line up with the scripture. All right. If you claim to be representing the Bible and your life does not line up with the scripture, then are you not a false witness? And is that not breaking of the commandment? Thou shalt not bear false witness. But nevertheless, all right, we are witnesses of all things which he did both in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. All right, now let me get to Galatians 3:13. Let me see Galatians, Ephesians, okay, right here. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone that hangs on a tree. Remember, I just read it to you in Deuteronomy 28 and is it 23? Deuteronomy, yeah. In Deuteronomy 28:15. All these curses. All right. Now, and then Galatians 3:13. Curses everyone that hangs on the tree. He pulled this from, let me see where you get this from. Let me see, it's Deuteronomy 21:23. Let me see. Deuteronomy 21:23, I believe. Yeah. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, he shall be put to death, and thou shalt hang him on a tree. Let me see. Galatians 3:13. Let me cross-check something right quick. It's going to tell me, he pulled that out the Old Testament, but I want to be specific as to where. It looked like it's thundering outside. Deuteronomy 21:23. Okay. 21:23. His body shall not remain all night. Remember, they took Mashiach down off of the cross, off of the tree before it got dark. Why y'all think that is? All right. Remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in no wise bury him. But thou shalt in any wise bury him that day, for he that is hanged is the curse of Yah. All right. I'm not justifying what's happening to us. I want you to identify the Israelites with us, those that went into the diaspora, into captivity worldwide, as to understand why this is happening. I used to wonder, why did the Most High hate us so much? It wasn't hate. He done what he said he was going to do. We didn't do what we said we was going to do. So therefore, here we are. All right. And thy land shall not be defiled, which Yahweh giveth thee for an inheritance. That's why we were scattered. He took us out the land. We wasn't living right. But nevertheless, let me get back to something else. Let me show y'all this right quick. I'll come back to the Greeks. Now, let me show y'all the Greek captivity in the Bible. Let me check. Let me see. Let me see y'all. Shalom. Shalom, Jersey. Trayvon. Shalom. Glad y'all can make it. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I don't have a set time to do videos. All right, now, Maccabees chapter 1. Now, I want y'all to think. These Europeans are proud of the Greek culture. They claim this is a Greco-Roman civilization, right? They also claim to be Christians, right? Then why did they take this book out of your Bible? Huh? The original Bible had these. It had these books in it. Why did they remove this? Just like when they commit a crime, they go to editing footage, removing evidence, hiding and rearranging and lying. Look, this is Alexander the Greek. Look, shouldn't they be proud of Alexander taking over? Alexander's in the Bible. Shouldn't their faith grow? Knowing that the Bible is walking lockstep with history? Why they take it out of the Bible, y'all? Huh? The people that didn't write the Bible removing stuff out the Bible, just like Trump removing history. And his folks ended up having to take a shelter in an African American Museum of History. All right, and it happened after that. Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, this is also Rome, has smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and Medes. This is right there with Daniel. Daniel was talking about 4 beasts to the end. Okay. This is the 3rd beast. Why is it removed out of your Bible? All right. This is the 3rd beast that Daniel was talking about. All right. Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his place, the first over Greece. Now let's scroll down here to the bottom. This is the Maccabees. And another reason why they took this out, because Negroes were taking it to them heathens. We wasn't sitting back waiting on our turn to die. We were fighting back and slaughtering these heathens. See, can't put that in the Bible. It's too radical. It ain't radical. It's just what the Most High, what we've always done. Okay? If you don't believe in protecting your citizens, your family, your loved ones, yourself, then why did the Most High tell Moses to get an army? Huh? Why did he choose Joshua, the leader of the army, after Moses? Huh? Why did he raise up the Maccabees, Judas Maccabees, to start fighting back in the Greek captivity? He could have, if he wanted them to be annihilated, he could have just let the Greeks just annihilate. But some balance got to be kept. But let me read this here. All right, now the 5 and 20th, this is 1 Maccabees 1, verse 59. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month, they sacrificed upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of Yah, the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet. It also reoccurs, because they did it in the Romans, and it also reoccurs. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. So, because the Israelite women didn't want to live like Greeks, they was putting them to death, and the children. And you think white people policing black folks' hair is benign. You think white people micromanaging every aspect of what we do, y'all think that's benign. It goes way back. All right. And they hanged the infants about the neck. Hanged the infants around the necks and rifled their houses, pillaging, and slew them that had circumcised them. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed themselves not to eat anything unclean. See, a lot of the Israelites, they wasn't converting to be like Greeks, okay? But some did. Wherefore, we rather die. Wherefore we rather die, that they might not be defiled with meats, swine, and everything else, that they might not profane the holy covenant, which Moses was talking about. So then they died. You can kill me once, but I ain't gonna die twice. All right. And there was very great wrath upon Israel. All right, now, let me get to these videos right quick. Let me share, come out, go back in. Let me remove it. Let me see if it's going to give me some sound. Let me just do it like that. All right.
I'm about to give you a list of names of Black people that were lynched, and it was deemed a suicide. In February of 2026, just months ahead of the World Cup, Kyle Basinga was...
Ain't no sound, is it? Yeah. Okay, it's sound. Okay.
I'm about to give you a list of names of Black people that were lynched, and it was deemed a suicide. In February of 2026, just months ahead of the World Cup, Kyle Basinga was found hanging from a tree in Marietta, Georgia. Investigators ruled his death a suicide, saying they found no evidence of foul play. But his family has publicly rejected that conclusion. Then 16-year-old Juliana Nazita, who was reported missing before she was found hanging from a tree on church property in Charlotte, North Carolina. Police ruled her death a suicide. Her case sparked outrage because many people questioned how a missing Black teenager could end up dead in those circumstances with so many unanswered questions. There's DeMartravion Trey Reed, Denoris Richardson, Tori Medley, Robert Fuller, Malcolm Harsh.
Now, knowing history, which is more probable? White folks did this, or we done it to ourselves? Let's be real here. You got any white folks or any buck dancing, tap dancing Negroes, anybody saying anything to the contrary, don't even waste your time. Look at all these devils. But somehow, we supposed to believe that it is more likely and more logical that a Negro will do this to themselves rather than the usual suspects. Let's quit playing games. Tell your children, teach them how to fight. Let them learn how to use everything. You go to jail, you're going to have to learn to use what's around you. Learn to use whatever is around you. You can kill somebody potentially with anything. You figure it out.
Lennon Lacy, Raynard Johnson, Keith Warren, Jermaine Carter, Roy Veal, Otis Byrd, and DeAndre Montrell Hopkins. In many of these cases, authorities ruled the deaths suicides, while families, civil rights advocates, and community members said the investigations were incomplete or raised serious unanswered questions. A new report released this year by Julian, Justice for Victims of Lynching, argues that there have been more than 70 suspected modern-day lynchings across 7 southern states between 2000 and 2025.
It's, I'm just showing you.
As educators, we keep asking what. There are more major developments in the investigation into. We, as educators, we constantly tell our students to think.
All right. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this.
Water.
This is another black person left stranded by white people. But this time, some white people helped.
That's fucked up.
I'll just wait. Bro, you have a life jacket.
Water.
I'm about to give you a list of names of black.
Water.
Yeah, they think I'm about to swim back, but I can't swim. Bro, you have a life jacket. I'm gonna die. I'm standing right now. Hold on. So I can just like hold on the back of it.
Handle right here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
You won't drown.
You won't drown.
Try to get over there.
You're not gonna drown. I promise you won't drown.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Hey,
What's your
Oh,
name?
my name is Marquise. But everybody calls me Lamar because I go to the Denelli.
are you okay? Are you
Ma'am?
okay? Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. They think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Doing a good job right now.
Yeah, they think I'm about to.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was okay getting
If you know you can't swim, what you doing out there?
over here. They think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim. It's for a little kid.
We're almost there. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm never coming back with y'all.
I want to know, did he make it home safe? That's what I want to know.
No, what to say?
Look, you can't be
Just so we are clear, none of this is okay and none of this is normal. It has been 1 week since the body of Gerard Jackson was found hanging in a wooded area in Michigan, right outside the Electric Forest Festival that he was attending. His death was ruled a suicide. It has been a little over 2 weeks since the body of Tone Miller was found hanging in a park in Miami. Her death ruled a suicide.
They found her on Juneteenth. See,
it has been a little over 2 months since the body of Juliana, 16-year-old, found hanging near a church in Charlotte. Her death ruled a suicide. It has been about 4 months since the body of Kyle Basinga was found in Georgia hanging. None of this is okay, and none of this is normal. It has been less than a year. It will be a year in September when they found Trey Reed's body at Delta State University in Mississippi. His death ruled a suicide. And you may be asking, Rashonda, well, how many Black people walk around with rope on them? The answer would be none, Helen, 0. Because none of this is okay and none of this is normal. Just so we are clear, none of this is.
Because of the attention that's on Nolan Wells' case right now, a lot of people are mentioning Alonzo Brooks. And if you're not familiar with that case, let me go over it really quickly with you. Alonzo Brooks was a 23-year-old man from Gardner, Kansas. Alonzo was also of African-American and Mexican descent. On April 3rd in 2004, Alonzo attended a house party of over 100 people. He was the only one of 3 Black people in attendance. While attending the party, Alonzo received a bunch of racial slurs and racial degradation by some of the party guests. And after this event, the friends that Alonzo showed up with left without him. Alonzo didn't have a ride home, and he was last seen at this party. During the following days when he didn't return home, his friends and family reported him missing to the Lynn County Sheriff's Department. The department conducted a search, but nothing was found. Fast forward to May 1st of 2004, Brooks' family and friends organized their own search party, and they found his body within an hour in the area that the police said that they found nothing in. When an autopsy was done by the local coroner, they couldn't determine.
they found him in the area the police said they didn't find anything in. Either one or two things happened. Either he was dumped there after the police searched and didn't find nothing, which means there's a crime scene somewhere else. Or number 2, the police done it. Or they know who done it. But one thing for sure, lies.
The cause of death. And after that, Alonzo Brooks' case went cold. Alonzo's story received new light when he was featured on.
And another thing, you biracial, y'all gonna have to realize they gonna treat you just like us. This guy is part Mexican. They don't care nothing about. They don't like y'all either. They don't like you Chinese. They don't like none of y'all. But I'm not gonna be fighting for you. Nope. I'm worried about my folks, but I'm just gonna tell you, y'all will figure it out. All of y'all want to get together and fight us for massa. They'll string your tail up and kill y'all just the same. Look at what they done to the Asian in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Look at what they did to them in Vietnam. Huh? Instead of y'all fighting your enemies, y'all come over here fighting us, and we ain't done nothing to you.
Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. After the show premiered, there was massive interest in the case, fueled majority by social media commentary. Because of this, the FBI reopened Alonzo's case and started looking into it. In June of 2020, the FBI issued a reward of over $100,000 for anyone with information about this case that would lead to an arrest. In July of 2020, the FBI exhumed Alonzo's body so they could do their own autopsy report. After Alonzo's body was examined by the FBI, they concluded that Alonzo Brooks was murdered. Fast forward to today, there are no arrests, there are no charges on anyone.
I don't trust none of them. I don't trust the FBI either. The FBI murdered Fred Hampton. The FBI was all got their hand in the death of Dr. King. I don't trust nothing they got their hands on. That's why we need to get away from them, get our own government. It ain't going to happen till the Messiah come and destroy this. But ain't nothing wrong with trying to fight for it. Because we know if we don't fight, they're gonna amp it up and more of us will die. Not fighting equals more shedding of innocent blood because nobody's stopping it.
And they haven't released the name of suspects either. And Alonzo Brooks and his family are still waiting on justice. Alonzo's case, as we all know, isn't unique, so it's going to be really important for us to all keep the attention on this case so that they can't sweep anything under the rug.
Let me move on.
In the body, but you cannot cage the spirit. You can rewrite history, but you cannot erase the legacy. We didn't burn in the fire, we were made in it. We didn't fall apart, we transformed. So when you see us rising, don't question it. When you see us shining, don't doubt it, because we didn't just survive, we rebuilt.
I don't know if y'all heard about that.
It's bad.
People, something is not adding up. Meet this man right here. His name is Omari Bryant. This man was found hung outside a motel in Georgia. He was only 18 years old, and law enforcement said he took his own life. Now meet this man right here. His name is Robert Fuller. He was only 24 years of age. This man was found hung in Palmdale, California, near City Hall. Law enforcement said this man took his life also. Now meet Dominique Alexander. He was 27 years old, and he was from New York. He was found hung in a park also, and law enforcement said he took his own life. Now meet Javion McGee. He was 24 years old, and he was from Chicago. He was found hung in North Carolina, not far from his pickup truck. And guess what? They say he took his life also. Now meet Denoris Richardson. He was 39 years old. He was found hung in an abandoned house in Alabama. And guess what? They said he took his life also. And people, right before Denoris Richardson was found hung, he had a pending lawsuit against the police. And people, in 2025, Earl Smith was found hung in Albany, New York. He was 58 years old. And people, everyone recently heard about Trey Reed. He was 21 years of age. He was from Mississippi, and he went to Delta State University. They found him hung on campus, and law enforcement said it was no foul play. Now, people, the sad truth is I can go on and on, but let me make something clear. This is not what black men do. Black men do not go out and unalive themselves like that. Now, people, in my humble opinion, someone got away with unaliving these people. Now, people, I'm going to say this, and I hope you listen loud and clear. If you do not take the steps to protect yourself, then no one will. Now, what do I mean? Well, you need to stop meeting crazy people online, thinking you can trust them. And people, this goes for men and women. You can go to someone's house that you met online just to find out it was a setup. People, most of the time when someone do something very bad to someone and you hear about it on the news, they trust that person. That's why they got in the car with that individual. That's why they went to their house. And then we hear something crazy on the news, like they hung themselves. People, stop it. You should always be your first line of defense. You should always protect yourself first by not putting yourself in harm's way. All of these people I just showed you did not deserve to die. Please never forget them and keep their family in your prayers. People.
So yesterday, and it's
Once you change
Most of us never.
To you young men, you men, for real, I need you to listen up. Because I'm going to explain to you how they killing us, how they lynching us, and how they putting us up in trees. They are pretending that they are women. They are catching these young cats on social media, lonely, young, black males, acting like they like them. And it's dudes that's writing you. And once you get there and you're waiting for this girl to show up, they pull up.
I propose. Yeah, think it through. While they setting a trap, you set a trap. You and your boys get together. Get your cameras. You're gonna need video. Somebody might die. But what difference is that than any other day? I don't know if some heathen gonna bust up in here and shoot me dead within the next 10 seconds. I said, we start acting like we going to meet somebody and we have somebody flanking the block. You ain't got to communicate on this. You can get together, leave these somewhere, or you can write it down and burn it, burn the message later. Mission Impossible type stuff. You do know they can snatch your information. The police can snatch your information out your cell phone. Flock cameras can snatch information out your cell phone. But I suggest, if you got the gall, somebody pose like they going to meet somebody, and you just have some of your homies with you on the close by, keeping tabs, location, address, tracking devices. They got technology such as this. That's what I suggest. You see what's going on. But think it through. Somebody might die doing this. I won't tell you to do nothing, but think it through. And I suggest Negroes going to start doing this for long because we getting tired.
And they grab you. They might come by and ask you for a lighter. Who knows? Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Especially you young brothers. You got to vet. And if you feel funny about it, don't go. If you ever go meet any girls, you better make sure it's face cam. You give somebody your address. You go with 3 or 4 different people. You do everything as if you will be going to get kidnapped. But if you feel that much of a gut feeling, don't go. I've been approached with fake emails, and I know you guys have too. You can read into the words and tell that it's something not right. You can look.
Yeah, y'all look for them fake emails. I run across people trying to inbox me. I'm not looking for no whores. I'm married. I'm not looking for no whores. Fake email, profile, everything is just fake.
To the the profile to know something's not right. There's something not right. Young girls are not going to have 2 pictures, a few followers.
It could be a regular Becky that's in the clan ready to serve you up. It could be a carload of them. Okay? Who you think raised these folks? Huh? Just men and women. Who you think raised them? They got children, men and women. So yeah, y'all think these people ain't went nowhere. They ain't went nowhere. Okay? They had kids. I said live according to the scripture and stay in communication with the Most High.
Trust me. Because I love my brother.
Y'all couldn't hear that. But nevertheless, y'all couldn't hear that. So, but I'm gonna just stop. I'll let it play. Apologize for that. I'll let it finish playing since y'all can hear it. Hold on.
Brothers and sisters, I know what's going on. I can tell by just how they try to approach me. When you're out here speaking how I'm speaking, you got to be very wise. Bring your strap. You don't. But you young guys, they're trying to approach you with a young girl that looks pretty, white girl, acting like she's an artist or she's looking up on your profile. They scoping you out too, and they're trying to impress you. Chinese girls, something that you may like. If it's too good for true, then it's too true. Parents, are you hearing me now? What I'm telling you? We've got 20 black males that have been disappearing and nobody knows. And but they say they're suicides, which we know that they're not. Ended up hanged. And you wonder, why would they do this? Because these people work with some other officials. I don't want to mention it, but I'm pretty sure you can get it. What do they do up in prisons when they want to get rid of somebody? When they want to kill somebody, they always say it's suicide. Mm-hmm. Those of you who are watching this, I want you to know something. I love my life with every bit of breath I breathe. I will never, ever in my life, ever leave my children, my wife, my family. I love being alive, and to harm myself would be a go against God. Do you hear what I'm saying here, y'all? I would never do that.
All right, family. All right. Our Messiah became the curse and died on the tree, the cross. I went through that earlier. But their Messiah, we die for them. Shalom. Finna end this video. Y'all take care.
tried to bury us. They counted us out. They told us to be quiet, to shrink, to disappear. But what they didn't understand is that pressure creates diamonds, pain builds power, and every setback was setting us up. We are not broken, we are built, built from struggle, built from faith, built from everything they said would destroy us. You can chain the body, but you cannot cage the spirit. You can rewrite history, but you cannot erase the legacy. We didn't burn in the fire, we were made in it. We didn't fall apart, we transformed. So when you see us rising, don't question it. When you see us shine,